And keep your conversations back here low. It makes it difficult to hear and hear. Whenever your name is called, leave any personal belongings here at the bar. Step up to the podium, keep your hands out of your pockets. For the safety and respect, if you forget, me or the other deputy will probably just do any happens as a reminder. So, hopefully we'll get started at 9.
Adjudicate 1,501.73. Oh, yes.
What's your last name, ma'am?
Monica Lockhart,
Eligibility probation,
Ronald Wise,
50 hours community service, 6
I got it worked out, TJ.
DUI school, victim impact payment, 10-day impound, and 6 month control.
It's,
No offer right now.
well, I know the county's gonna be paying for immediate information.
It's been so deep in the correspondence.
That's in the budget. Well, that's always different versions like that. Something always gets
Do you
lost.
have all the offers going?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Don't know how that
Creating a
happened.
matrix.
No, it's fine. I wrote it down. We're good. I'll talk to Vic. That's most of the others I know. Withhold 612.
It's a plan for the other issues and it's already been approved for the budget. It's one of the biggest expenditures. Because they're lower.
Withhold 270.
In a few minutes, the court will call you up individually and let you know what you are charged with.
En unos momentos el tribunal los va a llamar individualmente y les vamos a dejar saber los cargos en su contra.
The state will make you an offer. If you wish to accept their offer, I can take your plea and you will be done.
La fiscalía les hará una oferta. Si quieren aceptar la oferta, yo voy a aceptar su declaración y su caso se resolverá.
If, however, you need more time to think about it and wish to speak with an attorney, I am happy to pass your case for you to do that.
Pero si en cambio necesitan más tiempo para pensarlo y quieren hablar con un abogado, yo con gusto pasaré su caso para que lo hagan.
If you do decide to enter a plea, you need to understand that you are giving up your right to a trial.
Si deciden entrar en la declaración, tienen que entender que están renunciando a sus derechos de llevar el caso a juicio.
And if for any reason you are in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation.
Y si por algún motivo están en el país ilegalmente, cualquier declaración les puede afectar su estatus, incluida la deportación.
At this time, if you're a defendant with a case on today's docket, please stand and raise your right hand to be placed under oath.
En este momento, si son acusados de un caso, se pueden poner de pie para tomar su juramentación.
Do you swear, or I swear or affirm that, wait, hold on, sorry. Doing too many things. Do you swear or affirm that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Juran que su testimonio hoy será la verdad, solo la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Yes? Thank you, please be seated. Okay. Miss Ballin, oh no, wait, I need Miss Villarreal. Hello, guys. All right. Is the defendant, Mr. Wesley De Jesus Rodriguez, with us?
He is an inmate.
Can we get him up here?
JJ, can you put 3 on the end?
Good morning, Miss Villarreal. Your defendant is an inmate, so if you'll give us just 1 second, that would be great, okay? Ms. Tringus, in the meantime, I'm going to call Ms. Overleeson while we're waiting for him.
Okay, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Overleeson before the court on 25 TR 2846 in re the interest of Connor Rising.
Rising, okay?
May I approach?
You may.
Optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
All right, Mr. Clerk, Connor Rising. He has to be in school, so we'll get him in it. Okay? All right, there you go. Okay. Senor. Ms. Villarreal, Mr. Rodriguez is with us now. Sí. And ma'am, if you could first introduce yourself. Senor. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Ms. Tringle.
Yes, Your Honor, we're here today in 2 different cases. 24 CT 2394. Can we hear the state's offer in that case?
Your Honor, in state 24 CT.
Wait, hold on, everybody, let her interpret that. That's okay, go ahead.
Estamos aqui para dois casos, o 24/7/23/94. Queremos saber se tem alguma transação penal para eu.
Si no, ¿entiendes? Yeah. Ask him if he can hear you okay.
Você pode me escutar bem?
Sim.
Okay. The state is going to make you an offer at this time.
Pronto, então explicar uma transação penal para você.
Okay? To the state.
Your Honor, in case 24 CT 2394, the state will offer first offense DUI minimums of an adjudication of guilt,
24/7/23/94. Estamos a oferecer mínimo julgamento de culpa para essa acusação de dirigir sob a influência de drogas ou álcool.
so the adjudicated guilt, $500 fine, $476.73 in court costs, 11 months, 29 days probation.
Go ahead, Madam Interpreter.
Uma multa de $500. What was the second 400 something?
$476.73.
Também uma multa de $476,73, 11 meses e 29 dias de probation.
50 hours of community service work, DUI school, victim impact panel, 6-month driver's license suspension, and a 10-day vehicle impound.
Would you like to accept that offer, sir?
Hold on, let her finish. She has to interpret that part.
A 10-day vehicle impound.
Também são parte do acordo 50 horas de serviço comunitário, fazer a escolha de dirigir baixo influência de álcool ou drogas, também impacto às vítimas, também 6 meses de suspensão da carteira de motorista e 10 dias de retenção do veículo.
And then for a plea today, the state will take no action on the failure to appear.
Também para essa falta de comparecer no fórum, eles não vão tomar mais ação nessa falta de comparecer.
What about the other case?
In 25 CT 565, it will be, the offer is an adjudication of guilt, a $300 fine, and show proof of a valid driver's license.
E no caso 25/7/565, seria julgamento de culpa, pagar $300 de multa e mostrar prova de ter carteira de motorista.
And there will be a $100 cost of defense in one case and a $50 cost of defense in the other case.
E para desses casos são $100 para a Defensoria Pública e o outro caso $50 para a Defensoria Pública.
Would you like to accept these offers?
Você quer aceitar essa transação penal?
Your Honor, my client will plead no contest.
Okay, sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Jura dizer a verdade, toda a verdade e mais nada que a verdade?
Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down.
Não baixar a mão.
Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Diga, por favor, seu nome e data de nascimento.
Wesley Jesus Rodrigues.
Date of birth. Madam Interpreter.
Nascimento,
29/3/1993.
93.
Isso.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Está baixo sob a influência de álcool, drogas e medicamentos?
Não entendi.
Você está sob a influência de drogas, álcool ou medicamentos?
Não.
Do you understand by entering this plea you give up your right to a trial?
Você entende ao aceitar essa transação penal, você estaria retirando o seu direito a ter julgamento?
Yes.
Yes.
And if for any reason you are in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation.
E por alguma causa, se for que você estiver aqui ilegalmente neste país, aceitando essa transação penal poderia ter consequência com o seu estado imigratório e poderia resultar em deportação.
Okay?
Okay.
I will accept your plea in each case as freely and voluntarily entered.
Eu aceito sua declaração nos dois casos e que você fez essa declaração voluntariamente.
In the driving while license suspended case, I will adjudicate you guilty, give you 90 days to pay $300 in cost, a $50 cost of defense, and show proof of a good license to the clerk.
Neste caso de acusação de dirigir com a carteira de motorista suspendida, será um julgamento de culpa. Você terá 90 dias para pagar os $300 e $50 à Defensoria Pública e terá que mostrar a prova de carteira de motorista.
In the DUI case, I will adjudicate you guilty and place you on probation for 11 months and 29 days.
Neste caso de dirigir sob a influência de álcool ou drogas, será um julgamento de culpa e você estará no período probatório por 11 meses e 29 dias.
You must pay a $500 fine, $476.73 in court costs, and a $100 cost of defense.
Você pagará $500 de multa, $476.73 de custas processuais e também $100 à Defensoria Pública.
You must complete DUI school, victim impact panel, and 50 hours community service.
Você tem que fazer escola de DUI, fazer curso de impacto às vítimas e 50 horas de serviço comunitário.
Your license will be suspended for 6 months and your vehicle impounded for 10 days.
Sua carteira de motorista será suspensa por 6 meses e você terá, seu veículo estará retido por 10 dias.
The deputy will need to take your fingerprints and then give you a code that you must report to probation within 24 hours of your release.
Você tem que reportar ao probation dentro de 24 horas depois de ser liberado. E o oficial vai dar um código para você.
Okay? Okay, TJ, can you show him that you're the, like, right here, sir. See, no. No, like, see, no, to the deputy? Gracias. Thank you, Ms. Villarreal. Mr. Pfeiffer? Morning, sir.
Hunter Pfeiffer from the Bo Powell Law Firm. We're representing Angela Rutter today,
Say the last name again?
Rutter.
Yes, sir. And what are we doing in Ms. Rudder's case today?
She's being charged with third DUI outside of 10. The state's made an offer for the standard minimums on that. She would like to accept that today with no contest. Two issues. She does live in Mississippi, so I'm not exactly sure how the transfer process works. Or if they do-
Probation can talk about that.
Okay. And the other thing, as far as the vehicle impoundment, her vehicle is the only one in their household for her and her boyfriend. So I think there's an exception for that.
There is, and probation will have a waiver that you have to fill out, and the court will have to approve it that way. I probably will, but I still have to order it and then go through that process.
Okay.
Did the state file an information for third outside of 10?
No, Your Honor. Just the citation.
Did the citation charge third outside of 10? Is that the right statute number?
Let me check.
Probably not.
Right.
No, it was DUI, damage to property or person without
Okay.
serious damage.
So I,
File an amended info.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can you process that right now, and I can call her after I call some other cases?
Sure.
They have a printer in the building, so if you'll just bear with us for a little bit, I need that information before I can take that plea.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Lorena, do you have anywhere else to be, or can I just go through?
No, you can just go ahead.
Okay. Javier Alejandro? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Sir, you're with us today for speeding more than 30 over. If you wish to enter a plea today, that it's a civil infraction, I would withhold the points and give you 90 days to pay $353. If, however, you want to have a hearing where the officer has to come in and prove that you were speeding, we do those via Zoom, and I would give you a new court date for that.
I'll take the offer.
Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay, tell me your name and date of birth.
Javier Alejandro, August 23rd, 2004.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, you have accepted responsibility for the civil infraction of speeding. I will withhold the points, give you 90 days to pay $353 in cost, and the deputy will give you a pay slip, so it's all in writing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jacob Anderson? If anybody's charged with minor in possession, I'm just gonna skip it. And then we'll talk, I'm gonna skip them in my calling and we'll call them within. Perfect. All right, Damian Arrington? Ms. Ballinger, you're gonna be next, okay? Hi. Mr. Arrington, you're with us today for driving on a suspended license to the state.
Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication, $300 in court costs, and show proof of a valid driver's license or otherwise eligible within 90 days.
You wanna do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a good license now?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you show it to the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. PJ, you should be able to print that on the second floor, right?
Yes, I think so.
Your Honor, based on the defendant showing a valid driver's license that was obtained one day after the citation, state will now offer a DPA.
So a DPA is a deferred prosecution agreement. It's an agreement between you and the state, usually to pay a reduced fine. And if you accept that and successfully complete it, they'll dismiss the case completely. Are you interested in that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, have a seat in the front row behind them and they'll fill that out. Ms. Ballinger. Good morning, ma'am. Ms. Ballinger, you're with us today for operating a vehicle without a license to the state.
Your Honor, the state will offer a DPA.
Again, Ms. Ballinger, that is a deferred prosecution agreement. If you successfully complete that agreement, they'll dismiss the charge against you. Are you interested in that? So because you're not here, they're gonna have to email it to you. And I'll give you a status date. You need to sign it, fill it out, return it to the state, and then you won't have to come back to court. But if for any reason you get that agreement and decide you don't want to do it, your next court date would be May 5th at 1:30. Do you have a good email that the state can send that to you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
Judge, may I approach?
Yep.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
For years, I proudly served Florida as a state trooper. During that time, I investigated over 1,000 car, motorcycle, and trucking crashes. My mission was simple, to help the victims. Now, as an injury attorney, I can do even more to help accident victims. Hi, I'm attorney Coy Browning. If you've been injured in a car accident, I'd be honored to help you. Call or visit us at browninglawfirm.com.
All right, so Ms. Rutter, this is gonna take a little bit longer than we had anticipated. So I am gonna continue, don't freak out. I'm gonna continue your case until, my court date's May 12th, right? May 12th at 9 o'clock, but you can appear via Zoom. And Mr. Pfeiffer, if you'll email my office, we'll send you the Zoom link and you can provide it to your client as well. That way you don't have to keep driving back over from Mississippi.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm gonna ask the deputy to go ahead and take your major case prints. They are required for this charge, but that way you'll have that done and in the file, and then just whatever is gonna come after that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
It saves you from having to drive back over here.
Okay.
That way you don't have to drive back over, but you're good with Zoom, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
All I
you.
have.
Okay, Nayeli Baquedano Estrada? No? Forest Beach? Jeffrey Bostic?
And we'd like to know what the state's offer is in this case.
Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication and $270 in court costs.
Your Honor, my client will plead not guilty.
Okay. Your next court date, sir, will be May 5th at 1:30, okay? Donald Broxson? No, Donald Broxson? Khadijah Cannon? Morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Your Honor, we'd like to hear what the state's offer is in this case.
Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication, $622 in court costs, 11 months, 29 days probation, batter's intervention program, and no contact with the victim.
Your Honor, my client will plead not guilty today.
All right, your next court date will be May 5th at 1:30.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nicholas Cooley? Hey, Mr. Cooley. So you're with us today for reckless driving, okay? To
Yes,
the
ma'am.
state?
Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication, $368 in court costs, basic driver improvement course, and 6 months probation. Can convert to administrative probation after completion of all terms.
Yes, ma'am. I'll take the reckless driving course.
Okay. And then you know you're gonna be on probation and have to pay court costs as well.
Wow.
Sound good?
Yes, ma'am. I'm kind of on disability.
that.
So court costs are not something I can get rid of completely, but what I can do is authorize community service. I don't
Okay.
know if that would be helpful to you, but probation can talk to you about some of your alternatives, okay?
Okay.
All right, please
Yes.
tell me your name and date of birth.
Nicholas Cooley, 9/30/90.
Are you under the influence of any drugs,
No,
alcohol,
ma'am.
or medication?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand the rights you're waiving that were previously announced by the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Cooley, I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication and place you on probation for 6 months.
Yes, ma'am.
During that time, you must pay $368 in court costs, complete the basic driver improvement course, which is the 4-hour course online. When those things are completed, your probation may convert to admin. Do you want to meet with them or just give them a thing? Okay, the deputy's going to give you a QR code, but if you'll step to the front row, probation's going to come around and meet with you to get started, okay? Joseph Crow is an inmate, don't worry about that yet. Alberto Cruz Martinez. Good morning. Mr. Cruz Martinez, you are with us today for operating a vehicle without a license.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think that you are 17.
Yeah.
Do you have a parent here you wish to stand with?
Yes, ma'am. Here's my mom with me.
Okay, and she needs the interpreter?
Yeah.
You can come up.
Hey.
Hola, señora. Buenos días. All right, so again, you're charged with driving without a license to the state.
Your Honor, the state will offer an adjudication of guilt, $300 in court costs, and show proof of a valid license or otherwise eligibility within 90 days.
Is this the second?
Yes. The other one was in 2023.
So just so you know, Mr. Cruz Martinez, recently the law changed, and the next one is a mandatory, there's no workaround, mandatory 10 days in jail.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
maybe get a license.
Yeah, I will. I gotta go after this, actually.
Okay. Would you like to accept that offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Alberto Cruz Martinez, 2009, January 31.
2008 or 2009?
8.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering this plea that were previously announced by the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Mom, do you have any questions? No. I will accept your plea as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and give you 90 days to pay $300 in cost and show proof of a good license to the clerk. The deputy will have to take your fingerprints, and then after that, he will give you a pay slip, so you'll have it all in writing. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks, sir. Gracias. Jordan Destin. Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
You're going to read like what the state's offer is in this case?
Your Honor, the state will offer an adjudication of guilt, $300 in court costs, and show proof of a valid driver's license and vehicle registration within 90 days.
Your Honor, the only issue is the vehicle registration is a home-built mini bike. Would that still need to be registered?
Is it a motorized bike?
It is. My grandfather had built it before he passed away and had given it to me.
I think you have to get it registered.
It does not, is there a way that I can get a VIN number and everything on that?
I have
Because
no
I don't know
idea,
the
but
steps.
the DMV would be able to answer that for you.
I just don't understand the steps to do that.
I don't either. But if you go to the DMV, they would probably be able to talk you through that.
Would you like to accept that offer?
I would, but I don't know if I'll be able to get that handled.
Do you want to continue it for one time? So it gives you a
I can move it to May so you can find that out.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, I just don't know how I'll get the mini bike registered and stuff because
Okay.
I'm thinking about either selling or getting rid of it because I
Okay.
can't ride it on the
Plead not
road.
guilty today. As we can work on that.
Plead not guilty, I'll move it to May 5th at 1:30. Go
Alright.
over to the tax collector's office in Shalimar, and they can, hopefully somebody there can talk to you about how to do that.
All right.
Get rid of it, if your grandpa built it. Get it registered, don't get rid of it.
I've tried to get it registered, but they said that it's, since it's a home-built bike and since it's so old,
Who's they?
I went to the DMV about right after, in January sometime, and I tried to get it registered, and they're like, oh, you have to go through all these steps, and they said I have to go all the way down to South Florida to get a vehicle inspection or something, like a safety inspection for the vehicle. I'm not 100% sure.
I have no good advice for you, but, unfortunately, but do what you gotta do. All right, I'll see you back May 5th.
Yes, ma'am,
Thank you. Dylan Doubleday? Hey, Dylan. Hi. So you're with us today for speeding more than 30 over. If you wish to plead guilty today, I would withhold the points, give you 90 days to pay $353. Or if you want some time to have a hearing where the officer has to come in and prove that you were speeding, I'm happy to set that for a hearing. We do those via Zoom, so it'd be a whole nother recording.
I'll plead guilty.
Okay, tell me your name and date of birth.
Dylan Doubleday, January 13th, 1998.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Sir, you have accepted responsibility for the civil infraction of speeding. I will withhold the points, give you 90 days to pay $353 in cost. Deputy will give you a pay slip, so it's all ready.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Marlon Dover.
He entered into a DPA, Your Honor.
Okay. Bradley Evans. Hi.
Your Honor, my client will plead not guilty at this time.
Okay. Mr. Evans, your next court date will be May 5th at 1:30, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Johnny Gilland. Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
So you're with us today for driving on a suspended license
Yes, ma'am.
to the state.
Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication, $300 in court costs, and show proof of a valid driver's license or otherwise eligibility within 90 days.
Would you like to do that, Mr. Gilland?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Johnny Glenn Gillen, 6/26/1978.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand by entering this plea, you give up those rights that were previously announced by the court?
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication and give you 90 days to pay $300 in cost and show proof of a good license to the clerk if you are eligible. The deputy will need to take your prints and then you'll be free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Roger Nanji. Okay. Ashley Gonzalez Menavar.
Your Honor, may I approach on Roger?
Yes. And with Mr. Sam. Menavar.
She entered into a DPA, Your Honor.
Thank you. Kale Gulas. Hi.
And we'd like to hear the state's offers in this case.
Your Honor, the state will offer the mandatory for a blow over .15, which would be an adjudication of guilt, $1,000 fine, 50173 in court costs, 11 months, 29 days probation, 50 hours of community service work, a 6-month driver's license suspension, DUI school, victim impact panel, 10-day vehicle impound, and 6-month interlock.
And we'd ask for $100 cost defense, Your Honor, and my client will plead no contest.
Okay, you were here earlier when I put everyone under oath?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please tell me your name and date of birth.
Kale Michael Gula, and January 28, 1998.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication? Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you are guilty? And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation. Do the parties stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay. And do you need any more time to speak with your attorney?
No, ma'am. I don't believe so.
All right. I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and place you on probation for 11 months and 29 days. During that time, you must pay a $1,000 fine, $501.73 in court costs, and $100 cost of defense. You must complete DUI school, 1 session in the victim impact panel, and 50 hours community service. Your license will be suspended for 6 months starting right now. Your vehicle will be impounded for 10 days, and they will place an interlock device, which is the thing you gotta blow into for your car to start, on your vehicle for 6 months. Once you sign up for DUI school, you may be eligible for a hardship license, and the court has no objection to that. But until then, Mr. Gulas, as of right this minute, your license is suspended, so do not drive.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Your Honor, is there
Deputy-
any objection to him buying out community service?
No.
At the statutory rate, okay.
So the deputy will take your prints and give you a QR code, then you'll step over here and meet with probation to get started. Thank you. Daquan Grace. Dalen Hall.
Entered into a DPA, Your Honor.
Perfect. Mackenzie Harris. Good morning. Ms. Harris, you are with us today for speeding more than 30 over.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your first speeding ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I correct that you were 16?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So are you missing school to be here?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Harris, do you have a parent here or no?
I do.
Okay, come on up. Where do you go to school, Mackenzie?
Choctaws.
Okay. Do you want to tell me, if it's okay with Mom, do you want to tell me what happened while you were speeding? Because you're 16 and...
Yeah, I was just like to work.
Listen, totally fair. I get it. Because it is your first ticket, if you wish, you can complete a 4-hour basic driver improvement course. It costs like $45. It's available online. If you complete that in the next 30 days and show proof of it to the clerk, I'll dismiss this ticket. Otherwise, the fine is $353. I would withhold points, but the ticket stays on your record.
I'll accept the course.
You want to accept the course?
Yes, ma'am.
You good with that, Mom? Okay. So technically, Ms. Harris, I'm going to continue your case till May 5th. But if the basic driver improvement course, the certificate they give you at the end, just print it out, file it with a clerk, is filed, that court date will go away and your ticket will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
The deputy, can you give her a payslip? Just kind of showing what I'm asking her to do. What kind of car did you get when you turned?
I got a little Nissan Versa.
Okay.
It's small, but I like it.
But fast. Okay. Where were you at, Mackenzie?
I was on the way to, I was going into Valpy.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of popo there. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Go back to school.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alan Hickson? Alan has a lot of cases. Tiara Holly? Torin will not be here today. Destiny Jackson? Hayden Jackson will be next, Mr. DeVee. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Ms. Jackson, you're with us today for failing to comply with your DPA. Where are we at on that?
Well, my bank account got hacked and was fraud when I went to go pay it, so it bounced back.
Okay.
And I just haven't been able to get a bank account until a couple weeks ago.
Okay. So if I gave you 30 days, you think you can get it done?
Yes, ma'am.
It looks like you still owe $200. So, Ms. Jackson, I'm gonna continue your case till May 5th at 1:30. Good luck with your bank account, but hopefully get it paid before then, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Does she need a pay slip or something so she'll be able to pay it? So we'll give you a pay slip again, so you'll have it in writing, and they'll let you pay it.
Okay. And then if I pay that and get that taken care of, do I still need to come back on May 5th?
I'm gonna say yes, just to be safe.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to not come and all the paperwork hasn't processed.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're good.
Thank you.
Mr. Pfeiffer, you need me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Caden Jackson?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
This is Ms. Caden Jackson approaching on case number 25MM862. I believe the state has an announcement in this case.
Yes, Your Honor, the state will be announcing a no pros on this case based on the victim's input and the written victim input form.
Okay, your case is dismissed, Caden.
Awesome, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Patrick Gerald? Good morning, sir. So you're with us today also for speeding. New Versa? No, I'm just kidding. I feel like you don't drive the same car. So, Mr. Gerald, if you wish to accept responsibility today, I would withhold the points, 353 due in 90 days, or I'm happy to set it for a hearing. We do those via Zoom, and the officer has to come in and prove that it was you who was speeding.
He wrote on the ticket that he was pacing me. I
Okay.
don't know if that matters, if that's a,
It would be a good opportunity for a hearing. They can give you
No,
a
I just-
ticket for pacing.
if I can keep the points off, I'm good with whatever.
So you want to plead?
Sure.
Tell me your name and date of birth.
Patrick Gerald, August 16th, 77.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Sir, you have accepted responsibility for the civil infraction of speeding. I will withhold the points and give you 90 days to pay $353 in cost. Deputy will give you a pay slip, so it's all in writing.
Can I pay it today?
You may take that pay
Right
slip
now?
down there to the clerk.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alexia Johnson?
Your Honor, can I have one brief moment with Ms.
Yeah,
Johnson?
please.
The new charge. The pre-trial version?
The next one was just recent.
So that would be, so yes.
So, no, this was the beginning of December 16th, so anything after that because of that, she just had a phone, it's high, because it was
Okay.
Your Honor, this is Ms. Alexia Johnson on case number 24MM162. She's here for a violation of her PTD agreement with the state. I believe she only owes $275, and after speaking with her, she says she would be able to pay it today if we could pass her case and give her that opportunity.
Is that the only thing outstanding?
She has restitution, her court fine, and some supervision fees that she's got.
And what's the total amount of those?
Total amount is $989.
We'll plead not guilty and request the next court date then.
Okay. 5-5 at 1:30. It looks like she paid 2 cash bonds, just FYI. But I don't, these totals wouldn't
I
cover
don't think it
that,
would
but
cover it,
just,
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Makes a dent, for sure. Tanya Johnson? Good morning. Ms. Johnson, you're with us today for driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to get a good one?
They told me I had to wait until I came to court, but as soon as this is done, I'm gonna try to go get it.
Okay, the state have an offer.
Yes, Your Honor, the state will offer an adjudication of guilt and $300 in court costs with showing proof of a valid driver's license within 90 days.
Okay, would you like to accept?
Yes, please. No
Please
problem.
tell me your name and date of birth.
Tanya Johnson, 8/5/1973.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand by entering this plea you give up your rights as previously announced by the court?
Yes, ma'am.
And do the parties stipulate that there is a factual basis for the plea?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and give you 90 days to pay $300 in costs and when eligible, show proof of a good license to the clerk. The deputy will need to take your prints, and you'll be good to go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Justin Jordan. Good morning. Mr. Jordan, you're with us today for an insurance violation and driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to get insurance or a good license?
Yeah, I got all my paperwork here with me today.
All right, you gonna show it to the state?
Your Honor, based on the defendant showing proof of a valid driver's license and vehicle insurance, the state will offer a DPA.
All right, that's the deferred agreement. If you successfully complete it, they dismiss the charges.
Okay.
You interested in that?
Depending on whatever the agreements are.
Right. So have a seat behind them, read over it. If you want to do it, great, you're done. If you don't, let me know and I'll call you back. Thank you. Christopher Joyner with Mr. DeVee.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Christopher Joyner on case number 25MM868. We'll be pleading not guilty and requesting the next court date.
Okay, May 5th at 1:30, Mr. Joyner. They'll see you then, okay? Thank you. Rachel Kaltenbach.
Appreciate that. Get in touch with the government.
Hi. Sorry, Mr. DeVee.
Hello. I'm good, how are you?
Your Honor, Ms. Kaltenbach is here on a failure to comply with the DPA. Based off my review of the clerk's website, she owes $200. I'm not sure if we're able to confirm that that's all she owes, but if she can get that paid today, I would imagine we'd be willing to pass her case and give her that opportunity.
Yeah.
Can you pay $200 today?
Yes.
Go right down the call.
Wait. They won't let her pay unless we give her a pay slip.
Of course.
And I am showing $200.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm back today. So, do I just come to see? So
Anthony Kirkland. Hey, Mr. Kirkland.
How you doing, ma'am?
Good. So you're also with us today for failing to comply with your deferred prosecution agreement?
Yes,
What's
ma'am.
up with that?
Um,
Entered into a DPA, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ernesto Martinez Hernandez? Good morning.
Good morning. So I'm not. That's my father-in-law,
Okay,
and he's in ICE custody right now.
okay. So what I need to do is issue a KPS or a warrant for his arrest. He's not gonna get in more trouble for that. I understand that ICE picked him up, but it's the only way to ensure we get him back for this court date.
Okay.
So they will take him from ICE custody straight back here so we can handle this when he's done there.
Okay. So he's in Bakertown, in the Bakers County. Sorry.
Baker County in Florida?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay, so if and when he completes whatever he has to do with ICE, they'll bring him back here.
ma'am. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you for being here for
Yes,
him.
ma'am. Thank you.
Hold the first. Jose Mijangos Alvarez. Good morning.
Your Honor, I believe we need the interpreter. Or do you-
Yeah.
For Spanish, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. We'd like to hear the state's offer if possible.
Your Honor, the state will offer an adjudication of guilt, $300 in court costs, and forfeit the paraphernalia.
Your Honor, Mr. Mijangos Alvarez would like to accept the state's offer and plead no contest as charged.
Okay.
He would also have to be assessed a $100 cost of defense. That doesn't change his mind.
Sir, please tell me your name and date of birth.
Jose Mijangos. March 13, 2007.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering this plea that were previously announced by the court?
¿Tienes que vas a renunciar a ese derecho? ¿Se aceptas hoy el acuerdo de la fiscalía?
Yes. Okay. Do you need any more time to speak with your attorney?
No.
And do the parties stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, I will accept your plea as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and give you 90 days to pay $300 in costs, a $100 cost of defense, and show proof of a good license to the clerk. You also must forfeit the paraphernalia that was seized. The deputy will take your fingerprints and you will be good to go. Thank you.
I have a license.
Your Honor, my client's just advised me that he's got his license. If the state's offer would change and this court would allow us to withdraw our plea, we would be grateful. Would that change the state's offer?
One moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
We can always pass the case if that would help.
Yeah,
judicial
if you don't
economy.
mind waiting until the end, we will handle the other cases and then come back for the state to see. In the meantime, Mr. DeVito, can you get that license?
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. My apologies.
That's okay. Juan Moreno Estrada, we received a letter from his brother. Are you the brother?
Yeah.
Okay. He's also in ICE custody?
That's right.
Okay. As I mentioned earlier, I will have to issue a KPS that's just to make sure he comes straight back from when he's done with ICE.
All right.
And then we will be able to handle his case at that time.
And how would that work whenever he gets out? Would I have
When he's done with ICE,
Yeah.
our deputies will go pick him up and bring him back to our jail, and then we'll hear his case.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you. First appearance. All my favorites. Yep.
Thank you.
Lizeth Mario Aldana. And then Mr. and Ms. Nguyen, you'll be next. Good morning, ma'am.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, ¿habla inglés o español?
Español.
Okay. Lorena? Un momento, señor. All right, ma'am, you're with us today for driving without a valid license.
Dime. Me cogieron porque pues fue primera vez que cogí la licencia y yo no sabía que se me daba una licencia porque el papel decía licencia o identificación, pero pues ya está la licencia.
Yeah, I was just a little confused because I had an identification. It said ID or license, but I wasn't aware I couldn't drive.
Yeah, you cannot drive without a license.
No puedo manejar sin una licencia.
Sí, ya está el proceso.
Yeah, I'm in the process.
Okay. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, the state will offer a DPA.
La fiscalía me ofrece entrar en un acuerdo. ¿Qué le podemos explicar si lo quiere hacer?
¿Cómo así?
La fiscalía le ofrece entrar en un acuerdo. Si quiere se lo explico ahorita para ver qué se trata, si lo quiere escuchar. I'll explain the DPA to her.
Sure.
Se puede sentar aquí en el
Sir, have a seat. I'm going to call you at the end.
Your Honor, we have the deal worked out if we could call him back up, but.
Wait, just, yeah, have a seat. Mr. Nguyen? On the Zoom? And what, I'm sorry. I can't turn my volume. Say that again? Okay, what language, sir? Yeah, raise your right hand for me, John. Yep, do you swear or affirm that your translation today from Vietnamese to English and English to Vietnamese will be true and correct to the best of your ability? Thank you. You can put your hand down. Ma'am, you're charged with driving on a you were charged with a fishing violation. The state will make you an offer. If you wish to accept that offer, I can take your plea, or I'm happy to pass the case for you to speak with an attorney. Mr. Nguyen? Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, the state will offer an adjudication of guilt, $270 in court costs, and to forfeit the fish.
Oh, I'm sure they took it that, yeah. Mr. Nguyen, do you want to relay that offer? Correct. Oh, I figured. Was this at the pier? Okay. She would have 90 days to pay the $270 though. Is that an offer she'd like to accept? Okay. Please raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Please put your hand down. Tell me your name and date of birth. So July 26th of 1969? Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication? Please tell her not to be offended. I have to ask everyone. Please tell her not to be offended. I have to ask everyone. Okay. Will you tell her that? Do you understand by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial? And if for, and again, I have to tell everyone this, so tell her not to be offended. But if for any reason you are in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation. Okay? I will accept your plea as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you. Is she okay? Does she still want to enter? Well, does she want to have a trial? Okay. I will adjudicate her guilty and give her 90 days to pay $270 in court. Yes, that's the, so no contest means, I'm not saying I'm guilty, but if we went to trial, I'd probably lose. Like there's, no, does she want to go to trial? No, right? So no contest is where you want to go. Okay, and that's what I'm accepting, the plea of no contest, adjudicating guilty, and 90 days to pay the fine of $270 in court costs to the clerk. You can reach out to the clerk's office for what's called the clerk's minutes that will give you all that information. And she can also pay online at okaloosaclerk.com. Yes, but I would probably wait till tomorrow because our clerks are in court with us today, so they'll need time to enter it into the system. Okay, and do you want her case number, or do you already have that? Okay. That is correct. Yes, sir. All right, you are done. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Rachel Ogren? Or Ogren? Good morning. Good morning. Ma'am, you're with us today for driving with a suspended license and an insurance violation. Have you been able to correct that?
I've got my insurance, and my plan is to get my driver's license and get my tag back on Thursday.
Okay. Do you want to show your insurance to the state?
I did not bring it.
Oh, that's okay.
I'd be glad to bring it back today.
So we're going to be done before you get done with that. If you want to hear the state's offer, so you'll know what they're looking for, but I bet if you get all that done, it might change.
Okay.
So I would be happy to give you a new court date once that's done.
That'd be fine.
Okay, what's the state's offer today?
Your Honor, the state would offer a withhold of adjudication, $300 in court costs, and to show proof of the valid license and insurance within 90 days.
Okay, so that would be your offer if you accept today, but again, if you want another court date where you can come in and show all it's fixed, I'm happy to do that too.
I would prefer to do that.
Okay, so I'll see you back May 12th at 9 o'clock, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Oh. Ortega Claros? Good morning. How do I say your first name?
No.
Español, señor? Okay, un moment. Daningale? Okay. Mr. Ortega Claros, you are with us today for driving without a valid license. The state will make you an offer at this time. If you wish to accept it, I can take your plea. If not, I can pass it for you to speak with an attorney, okay? Okay, to the state.
Your Honor, the state will offer a DPA.
Are you interested in that offer?
Okay. Yes.
If you go with the interpreter, she'll explain it to you. Christian Polanco Gonzalez. Hi, Christian. So you're with us today for possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana to the state.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication, $270 in court costs, and to forfeit the marijuana.
Do you want to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell me your name and date of birth.
Christian Polanco Gonzalez, 12/31/06.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand by entering this plea you give up those rights that were previously announced by the court?
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication and give you 90 days to pay $270 in costs. Of course, you're not getting your marijuana back. Deputy will give you a pay slip, so it's all in writing.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Josue Prado.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
This is Molly Yeski on behalf of Josue Prado in 25MM 848. We've come to a resolution in this case. Mr. Prado will plead no contest to the charges and be sentenced to an adjudication of guilt, 1129 probation, $622 in court costs, an anger management course, have no contact with the alleged victim for 1 year, pay $134.28 cost of investigation to Niceville Police Department, and no trespassing at 1016 Everglade Drive, that's in Niceville, and then a $100 cost of defense.
Was it 134.20?
Yes,
28.
$134.28.
It's very specific.
That's
Okay.
Niceville.
That state's agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Prado, were you here earlier when I placed everyone under oath?
Yes.
Okay, tell me your name and date of birth.
Josue Prado, December 27th, 1984.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering this plea that were previously announced by the court?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
Yes.
Okay, and do the parties stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and place you on probation for 11 months and 29 days. During that time, you must complete the anger management course, have no contact with the victim, pay $134.28 for a cost of investigation to Niceville Police Department, and $622 in court costs. There is also the $100 cost of defense, and you may not trespass at 1016 Everglade Drive in Niceville, okay? The deputy will take your prints, and then you'll step to your right to meet with probation, and you're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Julian Puga? To you. Mr. Puga. Okay. That, I signed that yesterday. Hi, Mr. Puga.
Good evening.
So-
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, that's okay. Mr. Puga, do you need the interpreter or no?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, so you're with us for driving on a suspended license, but you are also on probation.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure I signed a warrant for you yesterday, but it is not active at this time. So while I can't give you legal advice, if I could, I would tell you not to do anything today because whatever you do on this charge will affect your probation, okay? Do you have the ability to hire an attorney?
Yes, I do have an attorney.
Okay, who's your attorney?
Mr. Brownie.
Coy? Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna continue your case until May 14th. You're gonna wanna talk to Mr. Browning and let him know you have a new charge, and he can explain how that will handle your probation.
Alrighty.
The warrant's not active yet, but just know there's one out there.
So it's going to be one?
Just so you know.
Okay.
Okay,
Alrighty.
thank you.
Thanks.
May 14th, Mr. Puga. Jose Ramirez Sanchez?
Your Honor, I waived Mr. Ramirez Sanchez's appearance today, and he will plead not guilty.
Okay, May 12th.
Thank you.
Carlos Renteria.
He entered into a DPA, Your Honor.
Alexis Richardson.
Have one brief moment.
Yeah.
Miss Alexis Richardson is here in 24 MM 3639. It's a failure to comply with the DPA, and Miss Richardson has indicated that she just needs a little bit more time to be able to pay.
I believe she paid a $200 cash bond, right, when you got arrested?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me see something. Right?
It's 300.
So it looks like you'll have 100, no, it's 200 total.
And she has $300 left. She has 300 outstanding. She applied upon, it's 200.
Why does she have 300 out there? Oh, it's a $100 application. Okay. So here's the thing, the cash bond can be applied to the DPA. So the 200 is what it is, but you still owe another $100. So if I move this to May 12th, would that give you enough time to get that done?
Yes.
Okay, do not miss court again. Racking up your tab. I'll see you back May 12th.
And then I need to have the $100 paid by then.
Mm-hmm.
So come with it on May 12th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want to give her a pay slip, actually? I'll give you a pay slip so that you can pay it before then and we'll be able to see you paid it.
Okay, so pay it before then and still come to court on the 12th? Okay.
Correct.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Just hang out 1 second.
Okay.
Thank you. Kennedy Sanchez Vernor.
This is Miss Sanchez Vernor in 25 MM 842. Its defense's understanding that the alleged victim is present today and would like to speak to the state.
What's the victim's name?
Jalen Lawrence.
Is Mr. Lawrence here? All right, he is in the back. Did one of the state attorneys want to go talk to him real fast? Ma'am, have a seat, and I'm going to call your case back up at the end, so he'll have a chance to talk to them, okay?
Thank you.
Jeffrey Smith. He came to the front row, PJ. Right? Okay. Hey, Mr. Smith, you were with us today for an insurance violation. Have you gotten good insurance?
I got rid of the truck. I got
Okay.
tired of getting pulled over and all that jazz, so I just got rid of it.
To this date?
Your Honor, if there is proof of the, bill of sale for the truck.
I can get it.
Okay.
And then we change the state's offer.
So can I have you back May 12th and you'll show proof of that sale?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, see you then.
Thank you.
Jessica Smith? Jessica?
Your Honor, she entered into a DPA.
Okay. Chad Stevens? James Styron? Hey. So you're with us today for an insurance violation and driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to get those things fixed?
I did that day or the next day.
Can you show proof of that to the
I
state?
don't have any paperwork.
Do you have insurance on your car that you drove here in? Or your license on you?
Yes, and then my license is expired. My birthday was a couple days ago.
Okay. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication, $300 in court costs, and to show proof of a valid driver license within 90 days and insurance within 90 days.
All right. Would you like to accept?
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me your name and date of birth.
James Styron, 4281.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering this plea that were previously announced by the court?
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication and give you 90 days to pay $300 in costs and show proof of a good license and insurance to the clerk.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Deputy will take,
There's an FTA, yes.
oh, no action on the FTA. And the deputy will take your prints and you're good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Edwin Talent?
This is Mr. Talent before the court in 25 CT 575. Mr. Talent will plead not guilty.
Okay,
To
on
both
both
cases.
cases?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Talent, I'll see you back May 12th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
9 o'clock.
What time, ma'am?
9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Pedro Torres Mayorga? Eric Urbina Garcia?
He entered into DPA, Your Honor.
Carmi Ventura Perez?
Sorry, Your Honor, he did not. Mr. Urbina.
What?
Mr. Urbina did not enter into a DPA.
Oh, Eric Urbina Garcia did not enter into a DBA?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning. You are Carmi Ventura Perez? Okay. Ma'am, you're charged today with operating a vehicle without a license to the state.
Sorry, can you repeat the name?
Ventura Perez, pardon? Number 3.
One moment, Your Honor.
Number 87 on my docket.
Your Honor, I may have missed a late updated docket last night, but I see she's got scheduled arraignment in here and Crestview. We can relay an offer as it looks like the Crestview was rescheduled for today and it was moved down here. But we do have an offer.
Is she in more than one case?
On benchmark, I see her Crestview arraignment today was rescheduled.
What's that case number?
25 CT 705.
Okay, that's what I have on the docket.
Okay.
It was incorrectly set for Crestview, and it was reset for here.
Okay. Perfect. The offer here would be a withhold and $300 in court costs.
Okay. Were you here earlier when I placed everyone under oath? Yes. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Carmen Yanay Ventura Pérez. Marzo 12 de 1999.
March 12, 1999?
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering this plea that were previously announced by the court?
Yes.
I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication and give you 90 days to pay $300 in costs. The deputy will need to take your fingerprints, and then you will be good to go. Okay? Thank you. Kobe West.
This is Mr. West in 25 CT 584. The state has offered a deferred prosecution agreement. If Mr. West could have a moment to consider that.
If you all want to have a seat and talk about it.
Thank you.
Benjamin Williams. Hi, Mr. Williams. So you're with us today for an insurance violation. Have you been able to get good insurance? Can you show it to the state?
Did you have insurance at the time?
I did, but it was on another vehicle.
Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication, $300 in court costs, and for the record, he has showed valid insurance.
You want to do that, Mr. Williams? Please tell me, were you here earlier when I put everyone under oath?
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Benjamin Williams, May 19th, 1982.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication? And do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication and give you 90 days to pay $300 in cost. Deputy will give you a pay slip, so it's all in writing. Thank you. Ronald Wise.
Your Honor, the state will announce a no cross on this case based on the fact that the defendant had a valid driver's license at the time of the stop.
Okay. Victoria Wood. Hi, Ms. Wood. Ma'am, you're with us today for driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to get a good one?
I do.
Can you show it to the state?
Your Honor, the state will offer a DPA, but the DPA will include completion of the basic driver improvement course.
Okay. Ms. Wood, the DPA is a deferred agreement where if you successfully complete it, they'll dismiss the charges.
I actually already done that.
The basic driver improvement? Do you
I did.
So show them a certificate and that.
I have it on the certificate on my phone, actually.
Okay, have a seat behind them and they will go over that. Dennis York? Hi. So you're with us today for disorderly conduct to the state.
Your Honor, the state will offer an adjudication of guilt and $270 in court costs.
And 90 days to pay. You want to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me your name and date of birth.
Dennis Short, 9683.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering this plea that were previously announced by the court?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were here earlier when I put everyone under it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and give you 90 days to pay $270 in court costs. Deputy will give you a pay slip, so it's all in writing.
Thank you.
Mr. David, you had someone you wanted me to recall?
Yes, Your Honor. I've got Miss Rachel Kaltenbach as well as Mr. Jose Mijos Alvarez.
Let's do Ms.
We'll do Miss Kaltenbach real quick.
Okay,
Your Honor, presenting the state of receipt of her payment that she just completed for $200, and I believe she now has a zero balance on her DPA, if the state is an announcement.
do you have an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor, apologies. Your Honor, the state will announce a no pros based on the successful compliance of the deferred prosecution, or
And no-
deferred prosecution agreement,
Oh, okay, and no action on the FTA?
and no action on the FTA.
Okay, you're good to go. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Your Honor, is Mr. Jose Mijangos Alvarez. The state has made an amended offer of a withhold of adjudication as opposed to an adjudication of guilt. Your Honor, so,
Is
Mr.
everything else the same?
It's the same, just a withhold, Your Honor.
Okay. So the court will amend the previously announced sentence to a withhold. Have you had your fingerprints taken yet, sir? All right, so go ahead and step to the deputy. I'll take your prints and you'll be done. Yes, Gage, you have something?
Judge, we have 2 citations that aren't on the docket.
I will do those after the inmates.
Okay, Harvey,
Your Honor, we'd like to hear what the offer is in this case.
Faison?
Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication, $207 in court costs, and forfeit the paraphernalia.
Your Honor, my client will plead no contest and accept the state's offer, and we'd ask for a $100 cost of defense.
All right, Ms. Faison, if you can raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down, tell me your name and date of birth.
Harley Faison, 10/5/2000.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
Just my Subutex from the drug.
Is it affecting your ability to understand what's happening today?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication, give you 90 days to pay $270 in court costs, $100 cost of defense, and of course, the paraphernalia is forfeited. Okay? So you're good to go? Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Reese, Naismith.
Your Honor, this is Ms. Sharice Naismith before the court on 25 MM 729. She would like to plead not guilty and request the next court date.
Okay.
And apologies, Your Honor. She also has an open violation of probation on 24 MM 3668. I believe it's set for next week's arraignment docket. If we could just enter a denial and also run those cases at the same time.
Sure. So I will continue today's case to May 12th. I will also accept the denial in 24 MM 3668 and move that to May 12th as well.
All right, Cody Owens will be next. Cody Owens.
Your Honor, is that 5/12? Thank you. We'd like to hear the state's offer if possible, and Ms. Cody Owens.
Your Honor, the state will offer an adjudication of guilt, 20 days in the OCJ, $300 in court costs, and to show proof of a valid driver's license within 90 days.
Ms. Owens has indicated she'd like to accept the state's offer and plead no contest as charged.
I
And
just
she'd
want to make
also-
sure I heard that right. 20 days, proof, 300 court costs, $100 cost of defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
She'll
So
get
it will be
credit
an
for all-
adjudication? Yes.
And she'll get credit for all time served, correct, Your Honor?
Correct. All right, ma'am, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Cody Rochelle Owens, 8486.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're satisfied with his representation?
Yes, ma'am.
And did the parties stipulate to a factual basis?
They do, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to 20 days in the county jail with credit for time served. Upon release, you will have 90 days to show proof of a good license to the clerk, pay $300 in court costs and a $100 cost of defense. The deputy will take your prints and you'll be good to go.
Thank you.
Joseph Crowe.
Your Honor, we'd like to hear the state's offers today in this case.
Your Honor, the state will offer an adjudication of guilt, $270 in court costs, credit for time served, and no trespassing at 543 Harbor Boulevard in Destin. And deferred plea today, the state will take no action on the FDA.
You want to accept that? Yes. And Your Honor, we would ask for a $100 cost defense. No contest.
All right, Mr. Crowe, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Joe Crow, 1959.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Do you,
In the county jail, no.
well, are the drugs and medication affecting your ability to understand what we're doing today?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you are guilty? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need any more time to speak with your attorney?
No, ma'am.
And do the parties stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will accept your plea as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to time served. Upon release, you'll have 90 days to pay $270 in court costs, a $100 cost of defense, and you may not trespass back at 543 Harbor Boulevard in Destin. The trespass order is actually good for a full year, okay? No action on the FTA, and you are good to go. Thank you, Mr. Crowe.
Don't go back there, okay?
Angel Gabriel Estrada Uncina will require an interpreter. Yeah, that's it.
Hola. Hola.
Your Honor, we would like to hear what the state's offer is in this case.
Your Honor, the state will offer a withhold of adjudication, $270 in court costs, and no trespassing at 441 Racetrack Road Northwest in Fort Walton Beach.
And they're getting $100 cost defense. Your Honor, my client will plead no contest and accept the state's offer, and we would ask for $100 cost defense.
Sir, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Ángel Gabriel, 2004. Bien, sí, en el 2004. En julio del 2004. No, el 14 del 2004.
Ángel Estrada Urbina, July 14, 2004.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you are guilty?
Yes.
And if for any reason you are in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation? Okay? Do the parties stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will accept your plea as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication and give you 90 days to pay $270 in court costs and a $100 cost of defense. You also may not trespass at 441 Racetrack Road, and that order is good for 1 year. Okay? All right, thank you so much.
Jeremy Rea. Mrs. Rea, your attorney for the
Your Honor, this is Jeremy Rea in 25 MM 841. Mr. Rea will plead not guilty today.
All right, Mr. Rea, I'll see you back May 12th. TJ, what happened to Green and Joseph?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. They were, I believe, Kathleen Joseph was continued by his attorney, and Samuel Green was also continued by Mrs. Green.
Okay, so he is good to go for May 12th. Green is on docket.
Not guilty for
Neither is Joseph's. Okay. So does that take us to Juan Rivera Doroteo?
Yep.
If I could have 1 moment.
Hola.
Yeah. Oh, it's not here. The one with Sarah over there? That's okay. He's gonna do it.
We have come into a resolution in this case, 25 CT 614. Mr. Rivera Doroteo will plead no contest to the charge and be sentenced to a withhold of adjudication, $300 court costs, show proof or eligibility of a driver's license in 90 days, and a $100 cost of defense.
Is that a state's agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Juan Carlos Rivera Doroteo, 28 de julio del 83.
July 28, 1983.
That's a good birthday. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
No, nothing.
Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you are guilty? You have to answer out loud.
Conteste en voz fuerte.
Sí, está bien.
Okay.
And if for any reason you are in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation.
Okay.
I will accept your plea as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication and give you 90 days to pay $300 in costs, a $100 cost of defense, and show proof of a good license to the clerk. The deputy will need to take your fingerprints, and then you will be free to go. Okay, gracias.
Jonathan Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Your Honor, this is Jonathan Rodriguez before the court in 25 CT 548 and 25 MM 770. We have come to a resolution in this case. Mr. Rodriguez will plead no contest to the DUI charge in 25 CT 548 for the state's dismissal of the charges in 25 MM 770. And you will be sentenced to the following terms: an adjudication of guilt, $500 fine, pay $476.73 in court costs, the $100 cost of defense, serve 11 months, 29 days probation, 50 hours of community service, complete the DUI school, victim impact panel, 6 months driver's license suspension, and a 10-day vehicle impound. And if the court would not object to completing fines and court costs with community service.
Okay. And the state's not crossing the other case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Jonathan Rodriguez, 08/23/2001.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you were guilty?
Yes.
And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're satisfied with her representation? Do the parties stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, I will accept your plea of no contest in 25 CT 548 as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and place you on probation for 11 months and 29 days. During that time, you must pay a $500 fine, $476.73 in court costs, and a $100 cost of defense, though you may buy those out with community service hours, and probation can speak to you about that. Additionally, you must complete 50 hours community service, 1 session of the victim impact panel and DUI school. You have to sign up for DUI school in the first 60 days of probation. Your license will be suspended for 6 months beginning today, so do not drive home from the jail. And your vehicle impounded for 10 days. The other case is dismissed. The deputy will take your plea and give you a QR code, so scan that for probation to get started and get up with them in the next 24 hours, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Larry Warren.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Warren in 25 CT 571. We have come to a resolution in this case. Mr. Warren will plead no contest to the charge and be sentenced to an adjudication of guilt, $300 court costs, show proof or eligibility of a valid license in 90 days, and serve 10 days jail with credit for all time served and $100 cost of defense.
Is that state's agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Warren, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Larry Warren, 11/15/68.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your rights to a trial where the state would have to prove that you were guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're satisfied with her representation?
Yes, ma'am.
And the parties stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please, Your Honor.
I will accept your plea of no contest as freely and voluntarily entered. It's a lot of questions. I will adjudicate you guilty and give you 90 days to pay a $100 cost of defense, $300 in court costs, and show proof of a good license to the clerk. You will be sentenced to 10 days in the county jail and receive credit for the time you've served. Deputy will take your prints, and you're good to go. Thank you. Ms. Yeski, I think you had someone else we needed to recall.
If we could recall Ms. Sanchez Vernor in 25 MM 842.
Yep. Kennedy? Okay.
The state would like to call a witness.
Okay, Ms. Sanchez, if y'all step over here, sir, can you come up for me? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Put your hand down, tell me your First, spit out your gum. Please tell me, what?
They have the same gun.
Everybody spit out. Tell me your name and date of birth.
Jalen Lawrence, 01-15-02.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
The state's going to ask you some questions now. Go
All right.
answer those for us.
Are you the alleged victim in the case of the state of Florida against Kennedy Sanchez Vernar?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still want to proceed with the charges against the defendant?
No, ma'am.
Have you been coerced in any way?
No.
Do you understand if the state drops the charges today, the state cannot proceed on the same facts for this case again in the future?
Yes, ma'am.
And if the defendant wanted to try to get this expunged from a record, would you object?
No, ma'am.
Based on the following, the state will announce a no pros in 25 MM 842 based on the victim's request.
Okay, so Kennedy, your case is dismissed. Thank you. Okay, you said there were two who had citations? Okay, ma'am?